failed, but you can again see these competing networks operating. Demonstrates, I think, the size and the scope, if also the limits, of the international networks coming together across national boundaries. I want to spend just a minute, maybe not even. I'll spend 3 minutes talking about the efforts of Homi J. Bhabha to build a civilian reactor at Tarapur. Like Mahalanobis, Bhabha took advantage of his prominence in scholarly networks, made in 1951-52, was making trips to the Soviet Union and the United States, expressed an initial willingness to barter Indian atomic materials, including uranium, to the United States in exchange for American technology. Bhabha treated his trip to the United States, I think the Soviet Union one, Soviet trips as well, as something of shopping excursions. One American scientist who was helping host Bhabha noted that it was rare for Bhabha to see a piece of equipment without asking its price. Yet as he worked with kind of shopping, I guess, in both malls, American and Soviet, he eventually contracted with Canadians who got American approval to help build the first reactor at Trombay, a swimming pool reactor in the experimental station at Trombay. After this Trombay is inaugurated, the Soviets step up their charm offensive. They send the World War II hero Marshal Zhukov to pay a visit. They offered training for in the Soviet Union for Indian students, which Bhabha declined, declaring it too elementary for Indian needs. But the Soviet offers had catalyzing effects on American diplomats, spurring them to action. And they kept on trying to put together proposals for American support for civilian atomic energy in India that were being slowed down mostly by the American Atomic Energy Commission, which was wary of having atomic materials, atomic technology outside the West. Bhabha tried to win atomic power funds for the third five-year plan in 1959-1960. He did not win these, actually, and intensified his efforts with the Americans, who then worried that they were becoming middlemen, as they put it, in negotiations between Bhabha and his own government. They set aside these concerns in an effort to win the atomic plant, in part to keep the Soviets out, and acknowledged throughout that political imperatives here outweighed scientific or economic ones. There's one particularly awkward moment in February 1960 when an American delegation arrives for negotiations with Bhabha and are quickly sent on an urgent tour of the Taj Mahal the very next day, the reason being that there was a Soviet atomic delegation visiting Delhi that same day, and they were trying to make sure the two paths didn't cross.